Now, let me be honest. Today's topic came about as our production team was thinking of things that could be really helpful for you on a real practical way. So they said to me, Dr. Doug, you get so much done in a day. It's like we don't even comprehend how you do all that. Can you teach on that? Well, because so many people don't seem to know how to master time, we need to talk about that because it's a gift. And I think first and foremost, it's how you think about time that affects how you manage the gift of time. Let me say that slowly. The gift of time. Honestly, most people never, ever actually think about time. What is time for you? Think about it. What is the purpose of time for you? And why are you here in time, this time specifically? Time is the most important thing you possess because it's the only thing there's no way of getting more of. Time, as I see it, is God's gift to you and to me. Like in the parable of the talents. Yes, we're going to go to the parable of the talents. Time is a talent. And he does evaluate our responsibility with the time that we are given. Now, I can imagine right now you're thinking, I hope not. No, he does. Like right now, when I was writing this script, I was in an airport and Joni had to wait in line to find her bags, which they lost when we were on a trip. Don't worry, we bought her lots of clothes, okay? But I'm sitting, in this airport, and I'm close to knocking out today's shows. I'm writing the script, okay, and making use of our time because time itself has such a very high value to me. How I use time, even time that seems like you could just be sitting around. When you have a high value of something, you want to do your best with that. Okay, I like to do the best that I can with time. To me, it's very important. What is the best use of this time is a question I regularly ask myself. When I go home, what is it that I need to get done? Before I even start my day, I think about that. The night before, I think about it. The purpose of time is to make us in Christ's image, to follow him. That's the purpose of time, to make us long-suffering, to make us patient, to make us kind. I know we love that, right? And to serve those he calls us to serve with excellence. You have a calling to serve others. If you're not serving others, I would strongly suggest you're not using time well. Time is one of the measures of how we exchange our life to advance his kingdom. It's the way that we exchange our time to show the eternal king that we love him and that we want to bring people to him. So I think the first thing is to look at your behavior and see what it tells you about your value of time and your purpose for time. Is it about being constantly entertained? Is that when you look at your schedule, are you one of those people who 15 to 30 hours of your week, you're being entertained by your phone, your television, movies, entertainment? Is that how you use your time? Is your time just about working? Because it shouldn't be all work, right? Is it about just having fun all the time? Is it just about raising children? Although that's a very good use of time to invest in them. Is it about worrying? Do you spend a lot of time worrying? Playing games? How about giving to others? Talking to others? Encouraging others? What does my behavior, come on now, what does my behavior tell me about how I value this great gift called time? And it's not hard. Just look at your day-to-day, look at your week schedule, and see how you value time, how you invest time. How you invest time is what you value the most. And in the Western world, we so overvalue being entertained, it's obnoxious to the Spirit of God. If we would spend even a tenth of that time doing ministry, we would have revival. Okay? Now, this is a big idea. And how you think about time makes a big difference over the course of your decades of life. How we spend our time reflects something about our heart towards God and towards his gift. You know, at Christmas, you give your kids gift, and they just throw it away. You go, why did I even do that? Why did I even give it to you? I don't want the Father to ever ask me why he gave me time. I want him to be pleased with that and actually go, you know what? I like this kid. Let's keep helping him, right? Okay? Each decade, you are preparing for the next stage of your life. Like finances, for example. If you waste them in each stage of your life, you are ill prepared to be advancing in the next stage of life. Now, anyway, let's get practical. Like say with money, for example, you must make plans, right? The same thing with time. You must make plans. My personal day, Doug's day, starts the night before the day. I look at what I must do and what I want to get done the next day. Okay, so I start packing my car like last night. I put this outfit in my car, okay, because I knew I was going to wear it for today. I put my gym clothes in the car because I'm going to the gym at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because my body needs to do something. It was made to move, okay? Okay, then I add whatever books I need to read for the interviews I might be doing today, and so I get ahead on those. And I'm already ahead because I'm organizing for the next day. I literally make a list. I wish I had my phone. I could just show you. Today I've got on my sticky, I have the things I've got to get done today, okay? I got some book coaching to do today. I got some interviews today. I got a show to do today. I got to do, got some fun things to do with Joni today. There's a list, okay? And I make that list and I look at that and sometimes I got to prioritize it, which is really helpful. Maybe I don't get to go to the grocery store, but I get to do the important things, right? And these are A's and B's, okay? So my A list, I always try to get my A list done. And this is important because you can stay very busy doing low priority things, but never getting much accomplished. So right now, I'm writing a script for a DVD, and that's a priority. So I got to spend at least a half hour doing that. So you prioritize your list. And if there's anything you don't like to do, are you finding yourself putting off, maybe the details or the paperwork? I find if I do those things first, I feel better right away. It's off my back. I don't have to worry about it anymore. I don't have to be concerned about it, okay? For me, paperwork's a dread, so I hit it right away. So if I get it done early on, that makes the whole day easier. Even if I got to wake up earlier to get it done, I'll do that to get it done. And this is a real key to mastering time and knocking things out. Otherwise, this is the way it goes. The things you don't like to do, they just pile up and pile up and pile up. And then they take a lot of time to do, okay? And now you're really having to invest hours, which would have taken you just 15 minutes here and there to knock out. And people are rarely motivated by negative, prolonged experiences. Nobody's like, hey, I want to spend 6 hours cleaning the garage. We're not motivated to do that. Or 6 hours cleaning the house or doing whatever is not fun for you, okay? But if you can break it down, it's a lot easier. Now, one more important idea before we get into the practical is where is your GPS? So many people, even Christians, think they can find their destiny or their purpose and think they have what it takes to arrive where they're supposed to be. That's not the way it works. This is funny to me on two accounts. Christ repeatedly told his disciples to follow him, not a plan. And Jesus himself wouldn't do anything unless the Father told him to. Now, I have a whole teaching on this that's helpful. It's called fellowship. It's a great teaching. Okay, that's another subject altogether. The second thing is that we are often referred to as sheep. Now, sheep are clueless animals about where they're going. They have no natural protection. They're not fast. They're not smart. They need to have a shepherd dependent on him for their GPS, for food, for shelter, even safe water, because they can drown. I firmly believe in and practice getting my directions for the day and following him as he develops a plan for my life. And it's a daily thing. Now, why is this important? Because he is amazingly efficient in using my time. Since he knows where I'm going and I don't know where I'm going, it's like when I was writing this, I was in Spain. And we had a friend walking us around as a guide and I was really grateful that he knew where he was going, because the town of Madrid has so many like 5 points and 6-point streets and little alleys, and you never really know where you are because everything looks the same. And that's why following is so time efficient. You stay where you are supposed to be when you're focusing with what Christ is telling you to do, following him. And so one of the best use of your time is to get with him and still your heart, hear his voice,